I'm Jerry Smith from the Light 103.9, and you are watching the Light 103.9 FM Pastor of the Month profile with our January Pastor of the Month, Pastor Josh. How you doing?
I'm doing good, Jerry. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. Of course, he is the pastor of Elevation Baptist Church West, the West Campus, and we just honored you recently, man, at a Sunday morning service. The church was packed. You gave a great word, so we wanted to just profile you and find out a little more about Pastor Josh and your ministry at Elevation Baptist Church West. Now, before we get into that, there's an East Campus as well, and that's a fairly new campus. So tell us about the East and West campuses.
Well, the East Campus is the overseer is my father, Pastor T.L. Carmichael. He's the bishop of that church, and Elder Rebecca Carmichael, my mother. So they've been there for years now, but they planted me down at the West Campus, which is the oldest campus in Raleigh. So my father's been ministering for 30, 40 years so far, and God has constantly been growing us, so it's been a privilege to be under his leadership.
Wow, so how long have you been the lead pastor at Elevation Baptist Church West?
Man, it's crazy. I've been there for 6 years now.
6 years? Wait, so you started when you were 10 years old? Well, no, the beard gives him away, you know. He does have that young, youthful appearance, but the beard, it's hard to grow. Well, you know what, though? I see some 16-year-olds with full beards like you.
It's a style now. It's in.
It is, and I can't grow anything. I can do the goatee, but I can't do the full beard.
Patch it up, dude. You know, you can glue it on now.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I might have to try that. So 6 years you've been pastor, and you're a PK. What was it like growing up as a pastor's kid?
Well, it's been an interesting journey. We started in Rocky Mount, so I'm actually from Rocky Mount. Went to high school there, so I played sports and everything, football and basketball in Rocky Mount. So being a PK has actually been a great experience for me. Got an opportunity to do a lot of speaking when I was young, but I always been quiet, so nobody ever thought I would do a lot of speaking. But being under my father, him leading me, getting me on certain platforms, it's been a great experience for me.
Wow, can you still ball? Can you still hoop it up?
When I get an opportunity, I can't.
Come on, now tell the truth. Tell the truth.
Can't do it like I used to.
I know, man. I grew up playing basketball too. Played a little bit in college. I attended Central Connecticut State University, and it was about 3 years ago. I was playing in a charity basketball game, and I was tripping over my own feet. I was the talk of the game. Now, I took, I think, 4 or 5 shots.
Right.
And I made 3 of the 4 or 4 of the 5, including a 3-pointer. But man, I was tripping over my own feet. My mind was saying go left, and my feet were going right. So I decided to retire. I decided to give it up.
Okay. Well, since you mentioned schools, I got to shout out my school.
Okay.
Elizabeth City State University.
All
where I graduated from, man, and to the fraternity, Alpha Phi fraternity, which I pledged at Elizabeth City, man. So it's always been an opportunity for me to grow back at Elizabeth City as we continue to grow that university as well. Man.
Awesome. I lived in Greenville, North Carolina for a while, so I'm very familiar with Elizabeth City State University in the northeastern part of the state of North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
All right. So how did it feel when you found out that you were first nominated for the January Pastor of the Month?
I was stoked. I was surprised. Any word you can give to it, man. We jumped in the house when I first found out about it. The church at the West Campus, they showed so much love. We say West Side down there at Elevation, man. So they wanted to make sure that their church was known and what God was doing in the community.
Wow. I love it when the community nominates their pastor, because it says a lot. It shows how much that they really love you and appreciate you and want to show that a different way.
Yes,
They show you support by coming to church and participating in the different ministries, but nominating you on the air or through the Light 103.9 via our website shows how much they care about you. Now, you know that you're nominated, and then you get the announcement that you are the recipient. You are the winner. All you do is win, no matter what. So how did that feel?
Man, it felt amazing, but we just turned up, man. So the whole time we was at the church, everybody was just excited about it. But I think I was more excited about the people, not about me. So it's about how people got excited about their church. And not only that, we fed so much in the community, blessed the community, and it's about the people. It ain't about a man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I came to the service to do the presentation. The church was jam-packed.
Yes, sir.
Not only did you get support from the West Campus, but your dad was there, your mom was there, and you know what? You reminded me of me, because Pastor Josh is a mama's boy. He's a mama's boy. Family. He was like, Mama, come on up here.
At a minute, I had to have a little flashback. I said, Mama. So that's my mama, man. She's always had my back. And, you know, coming up, going to Rocky Mount, everybody told me that I'd never make it. And I would never graduate even from high school. So she was always a motivator for me. But my father has always been the main man in our family. So for him to be there and my family to be there, man, it was an awesome feeling, man.
I love that support that you got from the East Campus to come on down and support you. Now, when I was at the church, I noticed a T-shirt that some of the congregation was wearing. What was that?
It was Elevation Westside. So they got a lot of pride. We had pride in our church, both campuses. So when they came in, we actually came together, said we're going to all wear our T-shirts on that day, man. So they were so excited to a point where they were there late at night trying to get everything together, trying to get the T-shirts together. So it was awesome, man.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
You know, my vision isn't as sharp as it used to be. And I was looking for you in the beginning of the service to greet you.
Yeah.
And then when I made the announcement for the Pastor of the Month, I still didn't know where you were. And I see this guy come up with a Gray Champion sweatshirt on. And I was like, what? So your ministry is a little different, and you're catering to a specific segment of the population. So tell us about that.
Well, we at Elevation, we say it's not about clothes, it's about the soul. So we're not caring about what you look like, where you come from, your background. Now, I've always said this, and people get upset, but I say we got a weed section at our church. We got a crackhead section at our church. We got a stripper section at our church. So if you want to be at our church, you just come as you are. You won't stay as you are. So we love everybody at our church. And I also say it's not really about my sermon, more it's about the love that you feel when you come inside our church. So I'm so excited about our people at both Elevation East and West.
You gave a great sermon, and I love that. You know, Pastor Donnie McClurk and I went to hear him speak years ago. He came in the market and he was preaching in Durham. And he said that we've got to get beyond the walls of the church. We've got to talk to the gangbangers. We've got to talk to the prostitutes, the drug addicts. Those are the ones who need to hear the message of salvation, that somebody loves them and that they can turn their life around. And oftentimes we're preaching and comfortable with people who get it and come to the church. But, you know, come as you are. So I really, really like that approach.
Yes, sir.
What message would Pastor Josh like to say to the viewers, our community?
Well, my message to you is just to continue to empower you. It might be to a point, if you came up like me, sometimes church can get to a point where people can look at you the wrong way because you don't dress like someone or you don't act like someone. But God wants you to let you know it don't matter what your background is. It don't matter what you look like. It don't even matter what you've been through. God is just concerned about what you're going to do today. So I'm excited that we have an opportunity. I have an opportunity to be a servant. And I think sometimes we get it twisted. We all are servants, even the pastors all across this nation. You serve the people. We love the people. And that's one thing that my father instilled inside of me all these years. So we want to continue to empower you no matter where you are. Be a part of any church at your local community.
Amen. And speaking of community, we were fortunate enough to partner with Elevation Baptist Church East and West to give away over 600 turkeys during the holiday to bless less fortunate families in need. And it was overwhelming, the response. We gave away every single turkey. And it was 600 plus turkeys. And listen, man, we're looking forward to being involved with that in the future and partnering with you. That was something that we're all about, and what we stand for is community. And I know that you guys do things year round. You have revivals, conferences, and other community initiatives. And can you share some of those with our audience?
Well, we have a couple of revivals that's going to be coming up in the near future, in the next couple of months. Actually, in March, we have some guest speakers and psalmists that'll be coming in. And we also going to be partnering this year doing some things with kids with Down syndrome and doing some things at our church. That's going to be amazing for our females and youth at our church. So we actually just this past week, we had some things for our young adults and youth that we're trying to continue to motivate them to try to get them to their purpose early. So many times we wait till late in age, but we want to get them there early. So we're so excited about 2019, and we believe it's going to be an awesome year.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How can people keep up with you guys on social media?
Hit us up on Instagram, Facebook. You can hit us up on Carmichael Ministries. Look us up on YouTube. Wherever we are, we can be right there to support you. We got sermons from my father, Pastor T.L. Carmichael, and myself. So we're doing great things also through social media as well.
Awesome. And you can follow us on social media on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter at The Light NC, on Facebook at thelightnc.com. Right now, you're watching The Light 103.9 FM Pastor of the Month profile with Pastor Josh of Elevation Baptist Church West. Pastor, we appreciate you, man. We have so much in common. Thank you for giving us your time.
To God be the
and
glory.
give our regards to Mom and Dad, Bishop, and First Lady. And we look forward to doing great things with you.
To God be the glory. God bless you, sir. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And thank you for watching.
Thank you.